Good evening, and thank you from the bottom of my heart for joining me tonight. Has it ever occurred to you that the opening of a new business is like New Year's Eve, and it's January? It's an exciting time, and we're all worried and concerned and looking forward to what the future will bring. Today we are opening a world of pink, and I am looking forward to the opportunities that it brings to me in the future. This is so important for in Long Island. In the wake of over 232,000 new cases of invasive breast cancer diagnosed last year, and with breast augmentation being the most common form of elective surgery performed in the United States, a world of pink will provide women facing breast reconstruction or removal beauty, balance, and confidence. When I decided to write this business plan for Suffolk plastic surgeons, I realized asymmetry is a situation that is part of being a woman. There is no such thing as perfect symmetry in nature. And it's something that we cannot change, not even with the best surgeries done by the best surgeons. And believe me, Dr. Kenneth Nisi, Dr. Hilton Adler, and Dr. Stephen Cuccaro are truly world-class surgeons. And more importantly, they're genuine individuals. When I was graciously given the opportunity to intern at Suffolk Plastic Surgeons, I realized there are two things that we can change: how women feel about themselves and their confidence. This was obvious to me while working with the staff, nurses, and administration at Suffolk Plastic Surgeons. They are by far the most outstanding group I've had the pleasure of working with, observing, and learning from. And I mean that, girls. The world of breast cancer operates 365 days a year, 24 hours a day. It has no vacation, and it's a world that never sleeps. A world of pink is a dream come true, literally. So tonight, I toast to all of you, and together our future success. May we soon be celebrating the success story of a century and a change in breast aftercare on Long Island. Thank you. So I'm going to have the pleasure of showing you a wonderful video that was made by my camera team, who's been amazing, and it's very, very, very special to me. And it's Dr. Cuccaro, who is one of the surgeons at Suffolk Plastic Surgery, surgeons who couldn't be here this evening, is on the video.
Hi, my name is Lisa Marks. I'm a 10-year breast cancer survivor, and I'm here to tell you my journey. My journey began 10 years ago. When I was 32 years old, I was diagnosed with stage 2 breast cancer. I was married for 6 months and thought I was going to die. I was very scared and had a great support system, but didn't know where I was going to be. For 10 years, I was not able to wear white or light-colored shirts. Thanks to Christine and her product, I'm able to be balanced and even and look like I have matching breasts. And thanks to her, I can now wear the clothes that I like to wear, and I feel very proud wearing them.
There's a need that has to be met, and it hasn't been met outside so far. There are women that have lumpectomies after breast cancer, or even part of the breast removal, what we call a quadrantectomy, that have defects that cannot be filled with regular bras. So Christine has the advanced knowledge of prosthetics, as well as the ability to make custom prostheses with bras, so that patients could feel whole and feel balanced, which is a very important part of the reconstructive process. We here at Suffolk Plastic Surgeons, we deal with a lot of breast cancer. We are affiliated with the Mather Fortune Island Breast Center, as well as the Carol Baldwin Center. In our treatment of breast cancer, there are patients that we see that sometimes don't even want a reconstruction. So even those type of patients that have a normal breast on one side and have a mastectomy on the other side, they can also benefit from this situation. So they can feel that even if they decide not to have a reconstruction, that there's a benefit for them for this service.
You don't know until you go through something like that you get dressed in the morning and you take for granted every day. You have hair and you could put on a nice bra, whether you have big breasts or small breasts. I had one breast, and thanks to Christine, now I have 2.
I've been referring a lot of my patients out for this service, but now we can have it right here at our own facility at Suffolk Plastic Surgery.
Thank you so much to Christine Guarino for changing my life. And we're friends forever, and you'll never get rid of me. I love you. Thank you.
So on behalf of the entire staff at Suffolk Plastic Surgeons, I would like to congratulate Christine on the launch of A World of Pink. We are extremely excited about this unique partnership in which Christine will provide a much needed service at our East Setauket office for women diagnosed with breast cancer on Long Island. Despite being cured, many women are left with breast irregularities and asymmetries, which are often visible even in their clothing, as you've seen. So, just a constant reminder of all that they've been through. So with the help of Christine, many of these women will be fitted with custom prostheses, correcting these asymmetries and restoring their self-confidence. Christine has already helped one of my patients. I recently performed a breast reconstruction on someone who had a single mastectomy and is undergoing tissue expansion, and she was just very, very self-conscious of the asymmetry that she had. And before Christine, I really didn't have an option for her, so this was just in the works, and I said, let's try this patient out and see how it goes. So she fitted her with a custom prosthetic with a, like she showed, a variable insert that she could take out some as she was getting expanded. And she was ecstatic and extremely happy, brought back all her self-confidence, and she's very, very pleased, and I'm sure there's going to be a lot more of these good stories to come in the near future. So, so thank you, and thank you, everyone. That's all.
Breast cancer, as you probably all know, is a very, very prevalent disease, especially on Long Island. When I first started in practice, 1 out of every 9 women was diagnosed with breast cancer, and now it's about 1 out of every 8 women is diagnosed with breast cancer. So it's a very devastating problem that a lot of women have to face. And of course, years ago when I first started in practice, women had mastectomies and they were not even offered reconstructive options. That was the thinking back then. This was 20 plus years ago. But of course, nowadays things have changed in the reconstructive side of things from a plastic surgical standpoint. Women are now being offered reconstruction, the various options, and of course nowadays we're doing a lot of what we call immediate reconstruction. So immediate reconstruction means that at the time of after the diagnosis, but at the time of the mastectomy, the women will start the process of a reconstructive effort, which is very, very gratifying for a lot of women to be on their way to becoming whole again. Also, a lot of women are being diagnosed, of course, much earlier nowadays. So if a woman is being diagnosed much earlier, she can also have a much less invasive procedure. A lot of women nowadays are having lumpectomies. They're having lumpectomies with radiation or quadrant resections or partial mastectomies and things of that nature. But all of these procedures are or can be deforming in a certain sense. They can be curative, but they can also leave a woman with less than what she started with, and of course feeling happy that she's alive, of course, and happy that she's healthy, but not feeling whole and not feeling good about herself. And that's where Christine has come in. We, of course, specialize in the reconstructive portion of the surgery, but in spite of our best efforts, women will still benefit from having prostheses, custom bras, and sometimes other prostheses during the reconstructive effort. So what Christine does is very much needed. She's brought a certain expertise to what she does that we have not seen on Long Island, as Dr. Nisi mentioned. And we're very, very happy to work with her, and we know that together we're going to complete the job. And what I like to say is Christine is the finishing touch. So,
right.
So thank you very much. Okay. Thank you.
Anita International was founded in 1888 and is currently run by the 3rd generation of the founding family. The company is located in Brandenburg, Germany, and our United States headquarters is in Fort Lauderdale, Florida. I first met Christine last February when she attended our post-mastectomy class. I was immediately attracted by her energy, her enthusiasm, and a week later she called me and she said to me, "I'm going to change this business on Long Island." And I said to her, from your mouth to God's ears. Well, I guess he was listening, because here we are tonight. World of Pink will offer our breast cancer survivors compassion and choices to enable a smooth journey as they navigate through the very, very difficult process of post-mastectomy surgery. This will also be a tremendous asset for our doctors and surgeons, knowing that they're referring their patients to somebody that has gone the distance, has gone and become a certified mastectomy fitter. Christine, as you know, has a long professional standing, and she's going to bring to Long Island what these women need, and they can go somewhere and feel good about their experience. Anita International is very proud to be partnering with Christine and A World of Pink, and to ensure the women of Long Island that they will now have a haven for all of their post-surgical needs. Thank you so much.
So welcome. Hey, thank you so much. I tell you, I've traveled the world. I've traveled the world and met some of the most interesting, powerful, and impactful people. And when I sat with you for 5 minutes, I recognized it. I recognized it. There's that thing. She's got it. She's got a great ambition. She has a philanthropic heart, and she has the passion to impact this world in a positive way. And as Corinne had stated, it's important to have that strong, small circle, and it's important for these type of endeavors to build that circle. And that's where all of us come in, where you tell everybody you can tell. I know I've tweeted a couple of times already today, and just tell as many people as you can that this is here. My mom. I mean, this was, when I met you, before I get into my mom, when I met you, I had this, it's like this moment that things just pop. So before I was a behavioral doctor, before any of that, I was a military policeman. I went into the Air Force. I didn't have a good high school run. I'm pretty sure I failed lunch. And then Air Force basic training, get this genius. Air Force basic training's in San Antonio, Texas. And who signs his name next to July? Great move. So it's 125 degrees, and they march you on blacktop because they're really compassionate. And so you're dressed up like a tree. And I had always thought that this moment of, I had been told that your military service, your maturity is going to kick in, you're just going to experience, and you kind of feel like it's that thing you read about, that, oh, and suddenly you understand it all. And it wasn't happening. And I remember on one particular occasion, I was frustrated, not as frustrated as our drill instructor. See, there were 60 of us, all about 18 years old-ish, marching on the blacktop. And military basic training is very, as you would say, same crap, different day. And we were kind of just going through the motions. You know, each day seems like the last, and every day is repetitive, and the same rules and the same processes you go through. And on one particular occasion, our drill instructor, the guy with the Smokey the Bear hat, was really mad at us, and he was pacing back and forth and saying, "What's wrong with y'all?" He said, "Get in formation." So we get in formation. There's 60 of us locked up in formation. He's pacing back and forth, and he's saying, "What's wrong with y'all?" He says, "I know. Say pop." Pop. Say pop again. And before you knew it, he had 60 guys standing on the blacktop going, "Pop, pop, pop." He said, "Do you know what that is? That's the sound of your head coming out of your ass." That was my moment. That was my, oh. He was absolutely right. And there are moments, that one does take a second to kick in sometimes, that there are those moments that you just pop. You pop out of that same crap, different day mentality. And when I sat with you was one of those moments when I realized this has legs. This can move. This can impact. Are you taking? This is my good side, sir. If you're taking. This is it right here. That's my look. There are those moments that things impact, and this is it. And there are people. I promise you, there's 7 billion people in this world, and sometimes there's so many people that every time you meet someone new, they kind of remind you of someone else. When I met you, I knew that you had that thing to not only an idea. A lot of people have ideas, like a lot of people join the gym. No, none of you, but I'm just saying, some people have the idea but don't follow through. You have the idea and you're going to follow through, and this is it. There are few people who take this vision, take this dream, and put it into reality, take what it takes to have the intent and bridge it with action into reality. And this is what we're all here for, not only to celebrate, but to support this great endeavor and great people in this world who, in your whole lifetime, you're only going to meet a few. You'll meet endless people with ideas, too many. If you have a shortage of them, I'll introduce you to my brother. But there are some people that are going to get it done, and we're all here for that opportunity to impact. So my mom, a beautiful, amazing, also philanthropic woman. Cancer doesn't care. It doesn't ask. It doesn't care where you're from. It does not care at all. And through this incredible struggle, this year, this nightmare of a year, I'll never forget that the thing that had the greatest impact on me was seeing my mom as a woman. And not just my mom, but she cried the most. This is a woman who was told her type of cancer she had stage 3, and her type there is no stage 4. She wasn't told any good news at all. Here's a woman that at 56 years old was told, "You're dying. What we're going to try and do is slow it down." And do you know that she cried the most when she started losing her hair? And I saw her, that's my mom. I saw her as a woman and her identity, something I'd seen with my clients, my patients so many times, but to see it in your mom, here is a woman who was having something taken from her, an identity, as her body started to change and to make her not what she had been her whole life. And to see that there are people out there, someone like you, who has this idea to not just want to make a difference, but to take steps to make a difference. You're all sitting here, and none of you really saw what she did to get you all to sit here. How much work, effort, time, expense, conversation, what the depth that she went to get you all to sit here so that she could impact people's lives who are in a really bad situation for whatever reason. Are you on your way down? You're on your way up? It doesn't matter. You need someone who's going to help and understand the scope, the dimensional impact that this horrific enemy has. And so we should support, we should celebrate people like you, people like Christine, and get behind this endeavor. And use this opportunity today, anytime you're speaking about this, use this opportunity today to seize the chance that you have. Seize the chance that you have to impact. We can't all do that stuff. I remember, take it back to the military with a guy, you want to learn some tidbits of advice. You hang out with military sergeants who had served. I had some who had served in the tail end of even Vietnam, and they had some tidbits of information, and one of them was, Maraboli, he smoked like 20 cigarettes a day. Maraboli, we can't all be heroes. Someone's got to sit in the curb and clap while we walk by. So while we all can't endeavor in this, to the degree that you are doing it, to the degree that I feel that you've been called to do this. We just had MLK Day, and he used the term dangerous unselfishness. You've been called to do this, and while we all can't be there, but we can sit on the curb and clap and tell other people about this great endeavor and let other people know that there is Hope that you will not be defined by an illness. You will not be defined by anything other than what you define yourself. You won't be defined by society. You could finally accept yourself. And what happens when you accept yourself? You are freed from the burden of needing others to accept you. You can stand up straight, stand up tall, wear something badass when you go out and feel proud and express yourself in an unapologetic manner. And that's what you're presenting them. And that's why I'm honored to be here with you and celebrating you. And thank you so much. Bringing her back on to speak one more time with all of you. But I really, really, really not only challenge you, but beg you to reach out to those. Tell people you were here. Tell them what this is about. Let us bear witness to this. Let her effort not go unnoticed. Let's notice it. Let's be the witness to this incredible endeavor. And again, thank you, Christine.
That was really great.
Thank you.
So, as we come to the conclusion of our evening, it's going to be hard to follow that up, especially since he made me sound so good. But it's true. Everyone here has everything to do with what I'm doing, and I really appreciate everyone in this room and everybody being here. And it's no secret that A World of Pink wouldn't be here today if it weren't for all the many people who've supported me and believed in me along the way. And there have been so many. To try to list all of those people who deserve my eternal gratitude would take a lifetime, but I want to send a special thank you to my loving husband, Vincent, who supports me in everything that I do. To my 3 wonderful children who are not here because they're so wonderful, who inspire me every day to get up and make changes for the next generation. To Suffolk plastic surgeons for giving me the opportunity to bring my dream to a reality. And to all those who have worked so hard and contributed their time and their resources in helping me to get A World of Pink off the ground. You know, my dad is here tonight, my brother, and while I was on the phone with my dad the other day, he told me that my grandfather always used to say, and we're an Italian family, so we kind of like just put it right out there. And I'm a lot like my dad, so we just put it right out there. And my grandfather used to say, you're here for a very short period of time, but you're dead for a really long time. So make things happen. And I realized that my dad taught me that as well. That was passed on to me. And that very same quote is what I say to my kids and how I live my life every day. And I will make things happen for this generation. I will. I will change breast aftercare on Long Island. And I'm grateful for everyone in this room to support me and make it happen with me. Thank you.